You don't mind me calling you Bra Endo But Endi, ne? The formalities, no, all protocol.
But Professor Mphahlele spent all his time in Glasgow. And
Yes. There's something you mentioned that was peculiar about you in terms of the period you took to be ready to write the exam. When you pay your subscriptions to the guys in the UK or Ireland or Scotland or wherever, they see that as depriving them of e-revenues. Because you should have been paying here because you're practicing here.
But all these colleges started the College of Medicine of South Africa.
Yes.
If they started it, the professors who started this had the overseas qualifications.
Yes.
And if the overseas qualifications were not up to scratch,
Yes.
then they should not have started it. So it was merely a matter of finances.
Yes.
But the bottom line, you can't practice here if you haven't got a college of medicine.
So that therefore means the three of you, Dr. Chichimbeche, yourself, Dr. Andile Maliza, and also Dr. Zweli Mbambisa. There cannot be anybody else who has that FRCOG because of that decision of the college.
We will remain the only ones.
Yes. Unless they change that decision, which is unlikely.
I agree with you, Belle.
Yes. Okay. Now, are there people that you still want to acknowledge before we go back a bit to who is Andile Maliza? Where does he come from? What were the earlier influences that gave a foundation to the person we see today? Is there any other person that we have not mentioned that you would like to acknowledge, besides the ones you've already acknowledged, before we go back a bit to knowing you before you became a gynecologist?
It goes without mentioning that I owe great gratitude to my family.
Yes.
Unkalo mkhulu,
Your father.
Edward Huba Malisa.
Yes.
Nebhelekazi ulini achoma Xhosa. Ulina Malisa ni Mabandla.
Yes. Belegas.
Ngabo abandizalayo. Ndaba ne-bad luck kuba ndikhule ndingenamama. Umama wam uMambele ulini.
Yes.
Wathi xebeleka le ntwana izemva kwam ingasekhoyo nayo, uDr. Babini Silulama
Yes.
Maliza
Yes.
wasweleka.
Yes. So that was an obstetric situation.
Yiyo lento yandenza ukuba ndithi ndawuthi ndawufumana ichance uba ndinayo ndizame ukuba abalandelayo omama bangathi xa bebeleka basweleke.
Yes.
That was my motivation.
Yes.
That was my motivation. Ndithe ke umama nguMampele, unkalomkhulu nguRhuba
Yes.
Malisa.
Yes.
Saba babini ke ekhaya kuba mna ndiyi-firstborn,
Yes.
ubabini wangolandelayo.
Yes.
Ndicinga uba utata wathi ngubabini kuba umama eswelekile.
Yes.
Wazi uba akawubaphinda abe nomnye umntana.
Yes.
Abantwana bakhe
Bane.
bawuba babini. Kodwa I never felt the absence of a mother figure
Yes.
in my life. The last born kulo tata, umama uxoliswa Adina Njogweni.
Yes.
Weza wazowukhulisa abantwana baka brother wakhe.
Yes.
So we never ever felt we didn't have a
A
mother.
mother figure. Yes.
Akukho nto angazange ayenze udadobawo. Abantwana bakhe abathathu, uBlossom Skhosana,
Yes.
the late Nambita Njogweni, and the late Ndlamshe Njogweni were 100% my brothers and sisters.
Sisters.
To me, they were not my cousins.
Yes.
Ubunzima sasibafumana equally,
Yes.
to such an extent that ukhula kwam ndandicinga uba noko utata favors utakadadobawo,
Your cousins.
my cousin. Eke besenditshilo ukuba ndaba no-brother
Ubabini.
ongubabini Malisa, naye who went to medical school and became a doctor.
So your dad had a 100%, of the two children, they both went to medical school and they both became doctors. Nje. Kuye kuthiwe ke isizalo sikamama wakho sasi blessed. Eh? Because those days it was not easy.
Even these days,
Yes.
sikhulela ke eGcuwa,
Yes.
Butterworth.
Butterworth, yes.
Kodwa amathambo okhokho okanye isinqe ngesixhosa
Yes.
sisephedi engqushwa
Yes.
kwilali ekuthiwa ubudala obulunganga ibalekile.
Masishiye apho uba kukho ilali ethile yasengqushwa, which is Pedi. That's where the forefathers actually come from. Funny ke but Andy, that my forefathers too come from the villages zasepedi.
Oh.
You know, those guys who were refugees from the Shaka Wars, and then they got to the Pedi area, which was a buffer zone those days, between 1820 settlers and the Xhosas. And they went and bafunga phansi komthi, the great oath, and that they will educate their children, they will obey the government of the day, and they will teach their children about God. So, dibona any situation up.
Hayi impela.
So ndilimvengu.
Sivene ngenkaba. Kuba ke umnombo wethu mnye.
Ucacile.
Sisuka sonke engqushwa.
Engqushwa. Yes.
Sathi khusalala ke ngokunqaba komsebenzi.
Indeed.
Mbele njengoba ndingugqirha nje, it's obvious uba ndifundile.
Yes.
Uyawufuna ukwazi ukuba ndifunde phi.
I think it's very important, especially from secondary, because that's where you start to formulate your thoughts about the kind of career you'd like to pursue. So let's start back with secondary education. Maske siyeke primary if there were no highlights as 10. I know, but secondary education yako was a rich one from a very, very established institution. So, mandiyekele kuwe.
Secondary education was at Lovedale Institute in Alice. It was one of the Ivy League institutions, others being Hilltown Institution, Fort Beaufort,
Yes.
St. John's College, Amtata. Apho ke wena ufunde khona.
Yes, yes, yes. No, I wanted to, no, I come from one of those historical schools, and these young men have been there. Yes,
Apho ke wena ufunde khona.
yes.
And the other, one of the Ivy League institutes at our time was Tiger Grove College in Kimberley.
Yes. Now, I did not know about that school, but I'm happy that now I know that Kimberley did not only produce diamonds, it literally produced. Do you know that Kimberley was the first city, first place to be declared a city in South Africa? First one to have street lights. First one to have tramway. Yeah, so now I'm hearing that they also had a very top institution of learning.
From there, I just crossed the Chume River,
Yes.
which separated Lovedale from Forte.
From Forte, yes.
So I just crossed the river. I didn't have to take anything
Yeah.
to Forte. I went to Forte University.
This is now for your tertiary education.
For my tertiary education. Then I went to the University of Natal.
Because once again, many of us know very little around that institution. Can you just tell us a bit what made that institution to be what it was and the history? Just what is it? Because I know they actually had what they called Lovedale Press, which made it possible for the first books in Xhosa to be produced or printed or published there. So what was this about this institution before we get to Forte University, which is across the Chume River?
Mbele, I don't want to go to politics.
Yes.
But something really, really, really is wrong with the black government.
Yes.
The black government destroys what is there and is working.
Yeah.
Today, there's no love day. Today, there's no
Hilltown.
Hilltown. Instead of making those institutes better, all they do is to destroy them. really we need Mzonsundu and Mzomnyama. We need to look at us. We need to have an introspection. Abantu used to travel afar to go to be educated at Lovedale.
Yes.
We had people from Rhodesia. We have people from northern Rhodesia at the time,
Zambia.
which is now Zambia. But it was northern Rhodesia during our time there.
Yes.
Many of the luminaries, the black luminaries, came from that school. Mandela was at Hilltown, but it's not there now. Enough said.
Aye. Because you are not a politician, I will not push you further. But ndiyayiva intlungu yakho at the fact that these institutions of learning that stood the test of time, that were the benchmark, that were Ivy League, to use your words, have since died a natural death. Whether they are still there, but they certainly are not at the level at which they were at during the 50s, the 60s, you know.
Mbele, I beg to differ with you.
Eh,
They didn't die a natural death. They were killed.
okay. Ndiyakuva.
If you look at Hilltown, there was Hilltown Institution
Yes,
during Sebe time.
yes,
He built a school which he called Nyibiba
yes.
and suffocated Hilltown. What is that? They didn't die
Okay.
a natural death.
I withdraw. I withdraw. I withdraw. Clearly, politics did come into it, and it negatively, affected the school. Because I don't hear about Lovedale anymore, for example. Dikendava nge Town, but I think it's like some attempts to
To resuscitate.
to resuscitate it, yes, from death.
The late Justice Square
Yes,
was one of those
yes,
who were supposed to resuscitate Hilltown.
yes.
But it didn't happen.
Yes.
Because the powers that be don't appreciate those old established institutions. It's a tragedy, Mbele.
It really is.
It's a tragedy.
It really is, Budindi. It really is.
Let's pass that.
Let's move. So let's then cross the Kume River now to University of Forte. I don't know. Okay, University of Forte. No, it's something else now. Let's move to University of Forte. Apho uye wayofunda khona your undergraduate degree eyokuqala. Firstly, at the time you passed Lovedale, did you know what profession you wanted to pursue?
Mbele, I was an ordinary African student who just went to school and he passed.
Yeah, passed very well.
When I went to Forte, the only thing I knew I wanted to do is not BA.
Yes.
is BSc.
Yes.
Because BA seemed a little bit not on the same pedestal
Yes.
as
EPSC.
BSc.
Yes.
So I wanted to do BSc. And Mbele, the best times in my life were at 40. That really troubled my father.
Aibo.
Because I was not getting good grades.
Yeah.
I was just passing. And I was enjoying myself. When the results come, there was big trouble.
Indoni wawufumana imadoda score
Because
of
I would
51, 52.
because I would just pass.
Eh.
And my late brother would get distinctions.
Yes. Ubabi.
Ubabi. So my father would say, I don't care for this one who's wasting my money and my time,
Which is you.
which is you. But I knew if I fail, he was not prepared
To fund you.
to fund me. So I had to make sure that I pass. But I also had to make sure that I enjoy myself.
Yeah. Indoni wawupatisha kakhulu okanye mhlawumbi wawuncuma kakhulu. Yintoni wawuyenza butwendi? You were
Yes.
very involved in the different aspects of university life.
Let's leave it there.
Okay. Let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
Then I passed.
Yes.
That is the time then I decided I will do medicine.
Yes.
Because I had already got BSc.
Yes. And that was an entry requirement most times, those days, that people must either go and do a BSc before they get considered for medicine, or at least what they called the pre-med, which was like a first year of BSc. So you already had your BSc from University of Forte, and that made you eligible to apply to do medicine.
Yes. The other one then was the College of Medicine of South Africa and the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecology.
Ima bhuti manje ukubuyise kakuhle, so sidlulile eLovedale.
Eh,
And then we went to Forte. You got your BSc. And then you applied to do medicine at the University of Natal. Anditi. And then you were accepted there. Did you start in first year or did you start in second year? Because most people, if my memory is correct, they would join in from second year.
uhamba ngaphambili mpela.
Okay.
Bendisiya apho.
Oh, why? Because befuna abana ngobe sesithetha ngecollege ndisafuna sithethe ngeNatal.
Kaloku bendikuxelela ii-universities
Okay.
endangena kuzo.
Okay. Now I hear
Ndingangenanga
Zulu.
kwiinkcukacha
Yes.
zezinye esilandelayo.
That's
Except telling you that Forte
yes.
was my best time.
Yes.
Really and honestly. When I look back,
I see it in your face.
when I look back, it was in my lifetime.
The
Those
best of
were-
times.
It was the best of times.
Yes.
It was not the worst of
Yes.
times.
No. Yes. Yes.
The only problem with my Forte time was my brother.
Yes. He was just too good.
And he used to make my father belittle me.
Yes.
Then in 1961, I was admitted at the University of Natal Medical School.
This is 10 years from inception of the university, which was dedicated to being a training or a medical school for blacks. Yes.
I wish to tell you that one of my classmates was Dr. Gianna Mgojo Mbere.
Lo besesithe sathetha kanje
Lo
ngaye.
besesike sathetha.
So he was your classmate ungena kwenu medical school.
Ungena kwethu, 1961. I want to tell you that Professor E.T. Mkhoko,
Yes.
Dr. S.B. Pizwe,
Yes.
and the late Professor Martin Marivate
Marivate, yes.
were also at medical school
At the same
that
time.
time. We were contemporaries,
Yes.
but they were my seniors.
Yes. Awupha nompondo zihlanjiwe. Those were big guys.
We struggled and we strived
Yes.
to be better,
Yes.
although conditions were against us. But we did it. In 1961, only the University of Natal Medical School admitted black Africans
Yes.
to do medicine. Thus, you will notice how difficult the admission was. You had to be very strong academically. Let's park it there.
Yes.
A handful of blacks were admitted at WITS, but they had to get a ministerial approval from the Minister
Of Bantu Affairs.
of Bantu Affairs. So, however good you were, if the Minister of Bantu Affairs didn't like you, you wouldn't be admitted. So,
Because University of Natal was a white university, broadly, at the time.
the university was a white university, but the black section,
Yeah.
what we used to call the Allen Taylor section.
Yes.
What did I say? The University of Natal was a white university,
With a black section.
but the medical school was the only black section. We were housed at the oil refinery. Imagine,
World War II barracks.
you are going to be a doctor. Next to you, there's a big thing,
Pumping smoke.
bellowing big fumes. And they put the accommodation for black at that place.
Yes.
Allen Taylor.
Alan Taylor.
Allen Taylor.
RS.
Areas. It was very nice. There were no whites there. It was only a black section.